At this point, you're well traveled. All right. How many countries have you been to so far? Weren't you trying to break the Guinness World Book of Record or something like that?
Yeah, but then my bank account was like, you ain't breaking nothing but your bank. You gonna be broke. You trying to break a record. So I'm at 73 countries, man, and I got 120 left.
73 countries. Oh
Right.
my Lord.
73.
Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Couch with Rob Fields. I'm your host, Rob Fields, and today I am sitting with one of the most elusive men in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, give big hand claps to our guest for today, Philwaukee.
Hand clap.
Yeah.
Today's a good day to have a good day. You feel me?
Yeah. Tell him again, bro.
Today's a good day to have a good day. Am I looking in this camera or that camera?
That one.
Okay, there you go. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
So now while I got your attention, today's a good day to have a good day.
Hey, I'm telling you.
That's what it's about.
And it's all about positivity.
Oh, yeah, right on my chest.
All right,
Until I got that positivity chatted on my chest, tell me, can you feel me? Sorry.
Phil, let me ask you this before we get started. So, greatest Olympic basketball team on the men's side you've ever seen? 3, 2, 1, go.
I got to go with this one because we got shooters. We got shooters.
Ooh.
We got shooters. We got shooters.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's the equalizer. But a team with Olympic Melo and a team with Olympic Wade at the same
Man.
time and Dwight Howard.
Man, I know.
Ooh.
I know. But our 13th man was first team on NBA. Our 13th man was first team on NBA. And I know he didn't hit shots, but I just feel like we got Steph Curry. Olympic medal, Dwayne Wade. There's no Steph Curry, bro. 8 threes, 9 threes, threes. Steph Curry, he hit the thing and then point to God, man.
I'ma put you to bed.
Exactly. That's what I know. I remember this, but it's all about this, putting people to sleep. Man, Steph Curry.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch, man. I'm happy for Team
Proud
USA.
to be an American.
Yeah, man. Now are they the real world champions?
Man, come on. We've been the real world champions. And the thing is, if you take the top teams in America, let's say you take the 3 top teams in America and put them in a Euro League or international league, while we have repetitions and chance, come on, ain't nobody beating the Boston Celtics, bro. Ain't nobody beating the Boston Celtics. The only way I see it be a game is them trying to adjust the FIBA rules.
The world champion of what?
Of what? I mean, of what?
Yeah. But listen, Phil, I met you a long time ago, man. My first year in Denmark, which was 2010.
Dang.
And the first time I met you, bro, we were out partying in Copenhagen because at that time we were wilding.
No more.
Yeah.
I don't be wilding.
You chill. Yeah, you in your scriptures now, brother.
I'm in the book. I'm more Hughley. How they say it?
Hughley.
Yeah, give me a Hughley night. Hughley.
But yeah, and the first night that I met you, Phil, we were hanging out. We had a house party. It was a wild night. And when I met you, I was like, this guy is a nut. The reason why I say that is because you was throwing apples off the 3rd floor out the window. You was like, yeah.
Well, I was giving them to people probably.
From the 3rd floor.
Like, alley-oop. I wasn't hitting no.
Bro, you would throw it apples. I said, man, this guy is different.
I was wild, bro.
Then I heard you were from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, baby.
All right, so if you could describe Milwaukee in one sentence, what would it be?
Milwaukee. I mean, so being from Milwaukee, my description is different. You might know Milwaukee as something different. And unfortunately, depending on your background, you might know Milwaukee as something different. One thing I always tell people when they be like, oh, black people live in Milwaukee? Yeah, you never know because don't nobody make it out of Milwaukee. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, we don't never had nobody to make it out of Milwaukee. They just be trapped right there. So I would say, and I'm just going to keep it like general in my eyes. If I had to define Milwaukee, it'd be first family. Like, my family was super family oriented. All my friends, super family oriented. Family, cold. When I say that, I mean the temperature. You can't just not Milwaukee is cold, bro. We got that Lake Michigan lakefront breeze. It is freezing.
Make sure you're
Snow.
talking to Mike.
Oh my bad. It's freezing snow. So family, cold, and the Bucks, baby, right here, baby. We got the Bucks. We got the Milwaukee Bucks. We got one of the best teams in the NBA.
You want me to hear you want to hear what I've heard about Milwaukee?
Yeah, let me hear.
Milwaukee is probably one of the roughest cities in America. Now, I say I want I said that, but this is the thing about living in America and coming from rough areas. Those rough areas were once gold mines at one point in all of these cities in the States.
Right.
If you think about Detroit and what it turned to when the crack era came around, you talk about Milwaukee, L.A.,
Chicago, St.
Chicago.
Louis.
All of these cities were gold mines for black folks at one time. And for one reason or another, it could be infrastructure, it could be the crack era, which all of us were a part of in one way or another.
Yeah.
It just came through and tore everything down, you know. So when I hear that about Milwaukee, I also know that at the soul of what's happening in Milwaukee and other cities, there's something beautiful there,
Right.
and it's just waiting to be reborn.
Oh man, yeah, we on the map now. Well, we've been on the map, but it's small. So check it out. In the United States, we got a segregation problem. So like most of the black people in the United States lived in the South, like black people lived in the South.
For sure.
Then we have this thing called the Great Migration. The Great Migration is when black people left the South and moved up north. There's two huge Great Migration. Once slavery ended, everybody moved and dispersed.
Yep.
And then the second one was around the 19 like it was like it was like I don't know, it's the 1900s. It's when my grandmama started moving. So she left Mississippi for something better and she moved up north.
Yep.
And all these Midwest cities moved up north for jobs. And in that happened when the jobs came, life was booming. Black people was living where they needed to live, you know what I'm saying? Buying houses, all that stuff, going through what they was going through. And then all of a sudden the jobs start leaving.
Yep.
The jobs start leaving. And a lot of Midwest cities suffered. Detroit suffered. Gary, Indiana suffered. Milwaukee suffered. Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, all these St. Louis, Chicago, all these Midwest cities suffered. And that's why a lot of the Midwest cities are bad because of it being an explosion and then nothing else. And then that's why it's so bad. But right there in all of that is love. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love Milwaukee so much, man, because you got a lot of great people there. A lot of great people, man.
Yeah.
So if you ever meet somebody from Milwaukee, I'm pretty sure the foundation of them is love. So just so y'all know, Milwaukee represent every day.
So Phil, like, Milwaukee is tough, and you know, even though you had love, I'm sure there were challenges growing up. So my impression of you is that you have some of the greatest energy I've ever been around, and you always capture a room when you walk into it. You're very intuitive. You're very aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
How do you have such a positive energy and spirit about yourself coming from such a rough area? Like, how do you cultivate that?
It's my thought process, man, because it's always okay. Milwaukee is one of the most incarcerated cities in America for black men. At one point, we was number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's in the USA. Most incarcerated cities for black men, number one in the USA. And the USA is the most incarcerated place in the world. So at one point, we was the most incarcerated place on this globe, in a sense, like statistically.
Yeah.
And just all that negative stuff. Like I seen it all. But when do we see something positive? But you know, black people always make some lemonade out of lemons, right? So I just kept that with me, like kept the jokes with me because it feels good to be happy. It feels good to be happy. And I know you got to choose happiness and stuff like that. I just decided, man, like, yo, focus on the positive, bro. Because that negative stuff is not my cup of tea. And I move different when I'm positive.
Yeah.
It's fun when you positive. And then that's why I put it on the shirt because it's a reminder to everybody that this is an option. Positivity is an option. And I feel better being positive. You got to. Because you'll be the meanest man in the world if you just was always nasty negative, especially coming from certain cities and certain areas too. So it's always positivity. That's number one. That's the goal. Positivity.
Just think of like, so metaphorically speaking, like that negative stuff or some of the traumas that we dealt with, that's just weight.
Man,
And it's dead weight. You can't use it for a lot.
can't.
You
I mean,
you can use it for
motivation.
motivation.
100.
You can use it for motivation to work harder or to not go back to whatever you
Facts.
may have came. So in that sense, yeah. But if you're using that trauma as negative energy, then it becomes dead weight.
Right.
And it has no use in your life but
Right.
to be a cloud over your head. You know, so for you to be who you are is a testament to not only you but that family background that you grew up in.
Right.
You know, because that's important. I mean, even for myself, like my family, my friend group, man, listen, you are 7 degrees from going left. You know, coming from certain areas, man. If my family wasn't really positive or encouraging or, you know, pushing me to do things that maybe they have never done, man, I wouldn't be in this space, bro. No doubt. You know,
man. You gotta be the goal, man. You gotta be optimistic because it's a tough world, man. Cold world, no blanket. That's what they say, North Carolina.
So listen, man, you were a professional basketball player at one point. Who put the ball in your hand?
My daddy. My daddy gave me the rock.
Was he nice?
I mean, you know, when I look back on it, I'll be like, oh, my pops was nice. We played one-on-one one time. He dunked on me.
Swear.
Yeah, but I was like 10. I busted. But his prime, my prime ain't no contest. I'm killing him. But no, you know, he was nice. He was cool.
Yeah.
He was cool. Yeah, James Fox.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we're in here. I got Rock on the TV, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. But yeah, I mean, so it was your pop. It started with your pops.
Yeah, he put the ball in my hand. You know, he used to take me with him every Sunday to go hoop.
Where did y'all hoop?
He used to hoop at the YMCA. So like, and after he used to have to pay $2.
Yeah.
For the gym fee, everybody had to pay $2.
Yeah.
So they used to always hoop, and I seen that. Like, so I seen it every Sunday. I would hoop. I wouldn't hoop. I'd just be there watching them.
Yeah.
Shooting on the side courts. You know, ball run on the court. You got to run. Get off the court, little man. Come on, man. So you know how that is. So Michael Jordan said, "Love the game first, then learn it." Yeah. That's what I was loving it. I used to love just watching them play, and then me seeing that, and then me just pretending like I'm playing, and then pretending like I'm in the NBA.
Then when did it turn into something for you?
Yeah. So I went to an all-white school, right?
Yeah.
And this white dude, Milwaukee, super segregated. Black people live here, white people live here. I was in this program called the 220 program.
220.
And so my best friend, one of my best friends, his dad, he was white. Of course, they lived in a nice neighborhood. And he used to always be like, "You like that?" Oh, sorry. He used to always be like, "Yo, you like that?" It'll be like something I didn't have. I'd be like, "Yeah, you got to go to college for it." So everything he saw that I was amazed with, like, "Y'all got fruit snacks? 3 boxes? You like that? You got to go to college
to get fruit snacks."
I mean, I'm just saying anything. And he had a hot tub. He's like, "You like that? You got to go to college." He had a huge house. You like that? You got to go to college. He's always motivate me. And so I remember asking my mom, like, "Ma, can I go to college?" And I remember my mom, I'll never forget, "I ain't got no damn college money. You better get them grades right. Then you can go to college." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. I suck at school. Ain't no way." But then I remember like hearing like you can get scholarships. So then I was like, all right, I'm finna just pick a sport and I'm finna get a scholarship. Football was too rough, boy. I remember I got hit one time. I was like, "Oh, I ain't playing football."
That thing shake up your soul, don't it?
We used to play tackle football without pads, bro. And I remember one time I got hit. I was like, "Oh no, I ain't doing this no more."
Man, I try to go out there on that football field too. I got my bell rung one time. Man, I said, "Man, let me go back into this AC, bro."
You ever got like neck rang while you was trying to run, boy?
Oh,
you think you broke your back?
Man, listen, shout out to all of y'all football players who decide to keep with it. Y'all are crazy.
Man, y'all are crazy. I get it in a sense, but dang,
that is wild.
So I went to basketball.
All right.
And like, I just had to get serious. I remember like just finding my favorite. I remember growing up, I had hella new favorite basketball players. So I was trying to find who I could be like. and stick with it and just try to map my whole thing after them.
Yeah.
Mookie Blaylock was my favorite player. Kenny Anderson was my favorite player. Derek Coleman at one point was my favorite player.
DC.
All these people was my favorite player. Then I was like, man. Then Ray Allen came to the Milwaukee Bucks, and I was like, that's my favorite player. And I remember just trying to hoop like him and trying to get it right. And I was good enough to get a scholarship. I went to college.
You got it done.
I got it done, man.
And so you ended up going to San Jose State, right?
Right. The WAC conference.
That's in California.
Bay Area. The furthest thing away from Milwaukee.
I was just about to say you left Milwaukee. Was that by design?
Oh yeah.
You didn't want to stay close?
No. I did not want to stay close. I was like, I'm out of here.
Why
Get
not?
me out of here.
I mean, it's self-explanatory for those of us who understand what this means. You know, like getting some new surroundings, blah 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 blah. But why did you choose to go the furthest away?
I mean, okay. So previously, I seen San Jose State play on ESPN like twice.
Okay.
So then when they wrote me that same year I seen them play, I was like, yeah, I'll go visit. And I always knew if I ever go to the NBA, I'm going to have to sneak in through the back door.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm only 6'2", 6'3". I don't got no position. I'm only going to have to sneak in through the back door because I'm not a point guard. I couldn't shoot like Ray Allen. I just was like, how the heck I'm going to do this? Got to get my stats. And so when I went to San Jose, it was a mid-major D1. I went to San Jose State, and I fell in love with it. They played Stanford. I went to a college party, California girls. Everybody loved Tupac, beautiful people. It was amazing, bro. It was like on the college movies, bro.
California
exactly.
love.
So I'm just like, dude, I'm all the way from Milwaukee, seeing the Golden Gate Bridge. I was like, what is going on? So that's how it was, man. They set me up. They made it the best recruit visit ever. I fell in love on my recruit visit.
Hold up, was it like he got game?
Man,
did you have two
kinda,
Buffies?
No, not two. No. Just one. Like, hey, I think her name. I forgot her name.
Hey, you go find her on Facebook.
I already found her. She got like 3 kids, and she didn't even go to the school the next year. I thought I had it planned out. I was like, I'm coming. You gonna be here? I asked my teammates, hey, whatever happened to her? Oh, her? I know her. Her?
You got caught up in the game.
Got caught up in the game. I was like, what is this? I loved her. We did too. Now I got played, bro.
We did too.
Man.
Yeah, bro. She the GOAT. But she ain't here this semester. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so I mean, how did it go in college, bro? Do you feel like you had a successful career?
Nah, man. But I kinda at first we had coaching changes. And one thing about coaching, you do coaching. One thing about coaching, you just do not know the responsibility you have, especially in the United States, because you have such a you have the futures of young black men in your hand.
Yeah.
And they put all their eggs in one basket. Education, people be like, yeah, education, man, people want to go somewhere with basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So when they first started, they put in their whole everything in this university with basketball. And you shaping that. And I had some bad coaches, man, unfortunately, and I get it. They cared about their career. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a problem. So that's why I'm in coaching now, because I see the importance of coaching a young man. You know what I mean? You putting life into them. You putting energy, power, everything into them. And we just had some bad ones. And it was
how many coaching changes?
Just 2.
But still,
the first one wasn't really that bad. The first one, he just left because he was off for himself. Like, he had a better position. The second one was bad. He had some personal things he was going through, and he like kicked a few dudes off the team that went back to the Midwest to do nothing.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie. Well, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Just don't shout him out, dog. Don't shout him out, bro.
You know who you are, my brother.
He did nothing.
No.
Shout out to my boy. No.
Yeah. So he didn't do nothing. He went back to nothing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I remember going to Las Vegas and seeing this dude, and I'm like, hey, do you know blah, blah, blah? He was like, he got his block back, man. I was like, oh, heart just hurting. He was averaging 22 in D1. Now he went back to get the block.
Oh, man.
I know.
You know what's crazy about coaching? And I think maybe we felt it when we came up, but I don't think we understood how nuanced it is. Like, when you're a coach and you're fully committed, you're not only committed to coaching basketball, you're committed to coaching their minds. You're committed
Facts.
to listening to them when they talk about their parents going through a divorce, or maybe
Facts.
they live with their grandma and both of their parents in prison, or maybe they
Right.
got two junkie parents,
Right.
or they fighting in school because they don't know how to manage their emotions. Like, this is what our jobs as coaches
Right.
are.
Right.
So coaches think, oh, we just gonna show up and run some plays and we gonna get to it. But the crazy thing is, look at the University of Florida, bro. When they had Hernandez and Tim Tebow and on them, they were winning everything,
Right.
bro. Everybody was going to jail, like,
Everybody.
and
Yeah.
wilding out, like doing
Yeah.
crazy stuff. They had a murder on the team, allegedly. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he did. No.
You know, so just so think of that. Like, when you go into these spaces and you just coach,
Right.
you missing the whole point of this thing. Like, you got to go in here and try to change lives, and or at least help these kids navigate their lives into
Right.
wherever direction they want to go.
Right.
But you can't, like, fortunately for me in college, I had the same coach for 4 years. But but the first, well, the school that I was about to go to, they had 4 coaching changes in 4 years, bro. If
That's
I would have
horrible.
committed to that school,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have had it. I mean, if I would have stayed there, I would have had 4 different coaches, bro.
Man, that's so hard, man. That's so hard. And it's such a I mean, you're a therapist,
Mm-hmm.
you're a leader, you're a father figure. It's just important that if you in coaching, please know why you in coaching, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you coaching young black men who don't have guidance. You gotta be doing it for the right reasons, man. For real. And that's exactly why I left Denmark, because I knew I had a career in coaching,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt like the kids in Denmark wasn't getting anything from me. Just some laughs and a little motivation that they see on TV.
Yeah.
How can I relate? So how can I relate to people, right?
And
So
and this is what I'm trying to coach now, and it's hard
right,
because life is generally good in Denmark.
right,
I can't. I say to a lot of the kids, hunger is something that you got to wake up with. I shouldn't have to coach
right.
passion and you wanting to just
No.
dominate the other person on the other team, or I you- you should wake up with that.
Yeah, it's like pimping. You can't. It gotta be in you. You just can't put it on like a T-shirt.
Yeah, you can't. It got to be in
No,
you.
it
It
gotta
did not
be in
just
you.
own you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Not just on you.
Yeah.
Pimping, baby.
Yeah, but like the passion and stuff. That's why it's difficult. It's it's not difficult. I do what I do when I coach, but I try to teach that part of the game
Right,
because I can give you all of these pretty drills. I can give you a bunch of plays that you can
right, right,
run,
right,
and maybe we'll win. But when you go against some real hitters,
right,
you're gonna get destroyed
right,
because
right,
they wake up with that. So
right,
I'm trying to get the players to get there, and it's difficult because maybe from their background they don't get that reinforcement.
right.
But
Definitely don't.
when you woke up in one of our homes, it was like, oh, you say you committed to this, right? Get your behind up.
Right.
Oh,
No days off,
I don't
baby.
feel like going to practice. You don't feel like
Yeah,
going to practice.
yeah.
Boy, I don't bought you them shoes. Like,
Right,
you going to practice.
right,
Like,
right,
or you said you wanted a scholarship. What are you doing looking at me for?
right,
Get your, so when it comes to that, I think that's the toughest part here in Denmark. Like you said, like, you can't coach that toughness. You can't coach just that grittiness, man. Like,
nah.
that can't happen on the basketball court. That
Right.
has to come through life and experiences and talking to people who understand the origin of these
Good
things.
luck. I know, bro. You gotta have that dog in you. If you don't got that dog in you, then you better jump like a frog in you. Bars, baby. That didn't make no sense, but I don't even care. Sorry, no crunching in the mic.
but so yeah, I mean, so we talked about being, like, what happened with the coaching situation. How did you get to Denmark?
Man, so thank God I had a great junior year. I I remember my first D1 game. I had like either 24 or something. No, 22. I called my daddy. Hey, daddy, guess who averaged 22 points in D1? He was super happy. And then I played against North Carolina State my next game, right? North Carolina State, they locked me up where they had a scouting report. I think I had like 7. North Carolina locked me up super tough. But I thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna sneak in the league. So I had a great junior year. I had a horrible senior year. I had got kicked off the team coaching. Both of my parents.
Nah, was it coaching or was you bugging?
Nah, man, I was bugging. I was bugging. And hindsight 2020. So both of my parents was alcoholics.
Okay.
So I knew an alcoholic when I seen it. I knew an alcoholic since I was 5. I could tell if he was drunk or not when I was 5. So I knew when people was drinking. And I was like, this coach, man, he be drinking, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, and I used to
on the sauce.
Yeah, and we got like 5 other coaches, and I used to say it, and they used to hear me, and they used to be like, yo, Phil, you play too much. Hey, man, be quiet, be quiet. They always trying to tell me to be quiet. And I used to always be joking around. Then once I also been joking too much, and that man threw the ball at me, boom, threw it at me, hit me in the stomach, bam. I could have moved, I could have did anything, but I just let it hit me like boom. So then I don't know why, but I tested him. I was like, meet me outside. Let me talk to you. Talk to me man to man. I said it to my coach. He was like, all right, come on. He went out there. He destroyed me. He's like, you're done. You're done. I was like, what did I do, man? Like,
so did y'all scrap?
Nah, man. When I got out there, I was like, hey, man, don't ever throw no ball at me. I felt like I had to. I didn't have respect for him. I respected his position, but as a man, I didn't have respect for him because he was going through what he was going through.
And as a young person, you don't know how to process. You don't know where to put that.
I didn't. So I was like, yeah. He kicked me off the team. Then the whole team, I was the captain. I was one of the captains. It was the other dude. The whole team was like, hey, listen, Phil, man, you got to put him back on the team. Like, you got to put him back on the team. And he's like, only way he needs to apologize in front of the whole team. So I had to say this whole apology in front of everybody. And we was playing against Santa Clara in the Mayor's Cup. I didn't even get to play. It was sad, bro. I felt bad. And then from there, I just didn't play. So my senior year was horrible. But thank God I had a good junior year, and I sent that tape to a guy who used to play here, and he sent it to a team here, and I ended up here.
That's wild, bro.
No, man. It was lucky too. But I spoke it into existence. I wrote down my goals when I was younger. Play D1, graduate from college, play professional basketball, and I put in any country. Like, because I knew it was hard to make the NBA, but I put like in any country. And I completed those completion things off my list, my to-do list, my life goal list.
Looking back on that, what do you feel when you say I did it?
Man, good. Accomplishing. When you accomplish something, bro, that you put years in, ain't no other feeling. And then statistically doing that, like you against all the odds. I was the first person to graduate from my college. It was like 3 of us. We was the first people, basketball players to graduate from the university in like 8 years.
What?
Yeah, our turnover rate was horrible, bro. Like people would just go overseas, or people would just transfer schools, or people didn't graduate. It was like 3 of us who graduated.
And that's a D1 school.
It's a D1. They was in trouble. They was about to lose scholarships. Shout out to Abimbola, Akalindele, Okarinboye, man. Graduated. That's my homeboy.
That was one person?
Yeah. He Nigerian. He go.
How you remember all his names?
He was my roommate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we graduated. We was the first people to graduate in like 7 or 8 years.
That's wild, bro.
Like that year. So yeah, I think other people came back and graduated, but we did it.
Yeah. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
That's a positive shout out.
Yeah,
I like the one earlier. Yeah.
He should have been with us, man. Nah. So to check those off my list, coming from where I'm coming from, being a black male, man, completion, bro.
Did your folks cry?
They all came. That was their first time, like
coming
getting
to Cali.
On the plane. A few of them getting on the plane. Yeah, they came to Cali. First time in Cali. Boosters paid for my mom to come to Cali though.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
you could have got that done for the low nowadays.
No,
NIL stuff.
No,
man, you could have had your folks out there every second game.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it. My mom. Soon as I seen my mom coming to cry. See, it's a difference. If you a parent out there, go to your kids' games, bro. My mom probably saw me play. I played D1. I played high school. I played professional. My mom probably only saw me play 3 times ever. Never seen me play pro. Seen me play college 1 time, and went to like 2 high school games. And the difference I felt. So go to your kids' games, bro. Go to all of them.
Phil said go to all of them.
Go to all of them. It is a world of difference. See my mama out there, like kept looking in the crowd. Hey, pay attention, Phil. Like my mama. I was. But she had to work. She couldn't come.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's you hear those stories a lot.
Right.
And then you also hear like I think it might have been Terrell Owens, T.O. I think he said his folks never came to see him play or something like that, even as a like in a pro in America.
Really?
It
As a
it might have
professional?
been T.O. Don't quote me, but I've heard this story before. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, fortunately for me, like I said, my family was super tight
Right.
too.
Oh, my
But
dad came to my high school games. Like
yeah,
when he's got caught wind of me killing, he was like, "Oh, I'm coming to see."
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, so you hear those stories, and I mean, again, like you have two ways to approach it. You use it as motivation,
Right. Right.
or you start to
Yeah.
you
One of my
get angry
homies,
about it.
one of my homies used to use it as motivation. And even in pro, he used to be like, "Oh, his mama at the game, his dad at the game, there go his girl." He used to go out and kill. Like, "Oh, he think it's sweet. I'm from Milwaukee." He used to go at him, bro.
Just
And
because he got parents at the
well,
game.
that's what he used. Yeah, I know. Your mama here? No, but he used to use stuff like that, the littlest thing to give him the edge. Like, man, you
Yeah,
come from a 2-parent home. I'm finna show you. Like, bro, you who what? I had to work for mine. You went to so he
I
used to
love
use all that little stuff.
I love the motivation stories.
Yeah,
I just watched I think I sent it to you on IG. Yeah, we got a group chat too.
yeah, yeah.
I think I sent in the IG group where Paul Pierce said KG was getting his head bust by Dirk.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And then he was like, and KG fouled Dirk hard. And Paul Pierce is like, yeah, Dirk teared him up. And then he said KG fouls him hard. And KG said, man, he called me a
But was he lying?
he was lying.
Okay, okay.
And Paul Pierce was like, no, he did not say that. And KG was like, man, he said it in German.
Bro, KG is hilarious, bro. KG the best, bro.
Needed anything to like
Bro.
get him going,
Yeah, to
bro.
get you going, anything.
Hey, I
And
was
you could tell he needed it too in the end of his career. He was just doing some wild stuff. You'd be like, KG, what is you doing?
he's like, I can't get warm, man. I got
Man, he used to be hitting people, being dirty. Like I remember KG is like a smooth 20 and 10 dude. People remember now see him as like a garbage man, a fight starter. But he never was like that.
that's
Wait, but I
funny.
do remember KG choking out Tim Duncan a few times in the beginning of his career. You don't remember
He
that?
mushed him one time.
I swear, I think I remember him
Yeah,
choking him
yeah,
out.
he mushed him. Like
Oh,
it was something. I think two other players got tied up, and Tim Duncan was just in the vicinity. He was like, "Yeah, this is my time."
okay.
He mushed him. Tim
Okay.
Duncan was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I thought they used to
Nah,
go at it.
nah,
Who you
because
think better, Tim Duncan or KG?
whoo, Lord of Lord, I'm gonna go with Timmy D.
Timmy D.
I was a big Spurs fan. KG had the flash, like especially early in his career. He was the athlete. He
Yeah,
ran like a gazelle, like he could shoot,
yeah.
all of that stuff. But Tim Duncan was just chipping away.
But when when KG finally got others, he won a chip. We went to the chip twice.
He did.
I'm saying.
But Tim never stopped though. So he did that in with David Robinson,
Right.
did it on his own, and then
He
did it
didn't
with
ever did
Kawhi.
it on his own.
No, so but when I say on his own, that means he was the focal point.
Right.
You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I give him that. He was 2-time MVP.
Yeah. Then he did it with
Right.
Kawhi. So he did it in three different generations,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
And
Right.
I mean, he could have probably played 4 more
What he had?
seasons.
5. What did he do? 5?
Championships.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
4.
5. He got
Yeah.
5. The first one was in '99. You know what I mean? So that's why, I mean,
That don't count. That was the year of the strike.
hey,
He did it against Milwaukee native. Shout out to Latrell Sprewell. Spree.
yeah. I mean, so as a pro, bro, like, what do you think about your pro career, man?
Man.
Were you
So
able to get everything out of it that you
no,
wanted?
not at all. If I could do it all over, I got comfortable, man. Denmark leaves you comfortable. But it also gave me a pro career, so I ain't tripping. But I feel like I learned early that it's not about because I've been on you got the top league and the league underneath, right?
Yeah.
I learned early that it's all about the players, like the Danish players, or
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like I could give it to I don't care who you is, I could give you buckets,
Yeah.
but it's just that my team ain't. We only got like y'all all 7 of y'all getting paid, only one of us getting paid.
Or
Yeah.
if you talk about Bakken, all 13
So
are getting,
yeah, so,
and they practice 3 times a day.
right, right. What's my
It's tough.
man name? His name is Remember Nikolai
Everson,
Iverson.
man, he hit me with one of the hardest screens I've ever felt in my life, bro. I got
Right.
hit by it was a ball screen,
Yeah.
and I ran into the screen instead of like getting small and getting through the screen, bro.
Right. See, he was
Oh
a
my
real
god.
Dane. Like he used to be. Like if I had one of them on my team, I mean, of course he's like the best of the best, but I'm just saying like they don't make it like that. So you just I don't know, man. Like it's all about the Danes. I would have loved to play Danish basketball if I had Nikolai
Yeah,
Everson on the team.
I wish I would have had the opportunity to try that too. The
Yeah,
to play
but
with one of them
but here's
teams.
the thing. Oh, I really wasn't tripping, right? Because I would go home and play against the best of the. I would play against pros, practice with pros, and I knew I wasn't going to the NBA because at some point your hoop dreams deflate like a true fiend's weight, and so you'd be like, all right, what I'm finna do? I'm finna just let this go for that long. Like Denmark, I could make a cool little career here.
And create a life for yourself. And
Exactly.
that was me too. Like
Exactly.
I had some opportunities to probably go to one of the bigger clubs, but it
Right.
was around the time when we were expecting our first daughter.
Okay.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to commute
Right.
1.5 hour back and forth just to
Right.
see my wife and give her some support. Well, at that time, we were married at that time. But anyway,
Family is important, baby.
so
Family.
I
Right.
turned down the opportunity, man.
And I'm sure you played against some killers out there.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
It would have been a good look had I gone to this bigger team,
Right.
but because of where I was trying to go with my life and get like situated, I was like,
Nothing to prove.
yeah, because
Yeah.
what happens, maybe I get to stay there for 3 seasons, maybe I get an offer in Germany or all of these other places, but it's like, will that offer be something worth me
Right.
leaving? And we
Yeah.
just had a daughter,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just cool out and stay where I am, and that's what
See,
happened.
yeah, mine's. See, my thing was after I was done with Denmark, I played at Cecil, and then I was done, and I played for this team in the States that paid me way more money than Denmark. We was going to China and everything. I was like, man, and then I got injured. But I
Was
love
that the
Denmark.
first one?
That my first knee surgery. Yeah, that was the first one.
So,
Snapped it.
ladies and gentlemen, Phil has titanium kneecaps at this point.
Yeah.
He has scars upon scars on both of his knees. Talk to me a little bit about your injury history, man. You done had
Man.
some crazy stuff happen.
Yeah, 6 knee surgeries. So if you ever see my knees, people always be like, "You got knee replacements?" Nah, I just got bunions. No, but no. So they be like, because of the scars, they think it's knee replacements. Then I had surgery on my lunar tricretio ligament right here. So I had microfracture knee surgery, meniscus, ACLs, patella tendons on both knees. So I've been through a lot when it comes to surgery, and that's why my upper body be so big. Let me show everybody. That's why, because of these knee surgeries.
Welcome to the gun show.
Welcome to the Second Amendment, America. No, so what happened is I just been focusing on my upper body because I can't even be walking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So yeah, no, adversity, man. It was, it was, it happened. I came back from it. Denmark gave me another chance. I got on the team. We took a team from the bottom league to the top league because we won a championship.
yep.
So my pro career was I like how it ended.
Yeah.
We won a championship, and then it ended on the court when me trying to block a shot, and then tore. And I knew I was never gonna play again. I was like, oh, it happened. I play in Denmark. I'm never gonna play again. I need to chill out, and that was it. I was done from a knee injury. That's how a lot of people be done. Injuries, and then you just fade out. So that's my pro career in a sense. But I will say though, I like to hold my head up high because when I used to tell homies back home that I played professionally, they'd be like, "What? You still play, bro?" Like they had no idea. And it's more than just basketball. It's what you bring personality wise to a club, if you're a liability or not. And I think like
Ding.
they loved what I did with the youth, so they kept bringing me on and bringing me on. And I could play too. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Phil? Honestly speaking, so I could play. You know what I mean? Like I like to think I was a pretty good
Appreciate that,
player.
man.
Now you all good. I would like to think I was a pretty good player,
Yeah.
but I think the reason why I was able to do it for 12 years
Right.
and probably could have did it even longer
Right.
was some of those intangibles. And what a lot of young cats don't really understand is that is being professional.
100%.
You're not bringing a whole bunch of baggage. You're not showing up
Right.
drunk. You're not showing up high.
Right.
You know, you ain't got, you know, a bunch of women going crazy around the gym. You know,
Right.
just when you have
Keeping
that,
your cool, not beating
yeah,
up people.
yeah, not fighting
Right.
people,
Right.
not, you know, doing all this crazy stuff, bro. Like you're not a liability.
Right.
So they don't have to worry about you. So when it's time to bring in players, of course you need to know how to play a
Right.
bit, but they like to have you around because you can keep the team
Right.
together.
100%, man.
You know, so and there's value in that. That's also a skill. So you can have
Huge skill.
you can average 25 a game. You can, you know, be this or that. But if
Right.
you are in whatever city you're in, and the team is getting calls about you beating people up at the club,
Yeah.
you know, that could
Yeah.
be problematic. And
Yeah.
word spreads fast. Like this basketball world, we might think is big.
Yeah.
It ain't that big, bro.
No, not at all.
Soon as word gets out about who you are and what you do away from the game, your career is gonna be cut short, man. You're gonna be wondering why these
Right.
teams in these bigger leagues don't want to pay me. Well, they
You
heard
gotta do
about you.
the extra stuff. Yeah, man. Make it, you gotta let them have something positive to say about you. Whenever I used to see like if I met an American and I'm like, you coaching any teams? They'd be like, no. I'd be like, whoa. And then or if they coaching only one, I'd be like, dog, try to get more, bro. Try if you
Yeah,
want to stay here, try to get more. You gotta do the extra mile, man.
yeah,
If you don't got that NBA God given ability, or if you playing in Denmark, do the extra mile if you want to keep your career.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
No, that's real.
Have the intangibles.
That's real.
Yeah, man.
Watch that camera over there. That's yours.
Am I looking at it or just what?
If you want to.
Was I hitting it?
No, that's yours. That's all you.
Oh,
Yeah,
this all me?
that's yours.
Yo, a thug changes and love changes and best friends become strangers. Bars. If you tell me who said that, I'll give you $3. Cash app it. Don't nobody know.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah, I remember you seeing that. I think you posted it on Facebook or something of you on like the gurney. I
Oh
was like,
man.
man, this dude is wild. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, my career's over.
Yeah, it was. Actually, as soon as I got in the ambulance, I cried like a baby, bro.
I was just about to ask you, like, how did it feel to know at that moment
Man,
that it was like,
yo, I was holding. Shout out to my boy Sticky and my coach Ryan because
sticks?
I think Ryan cried because he was like, "Man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry," because he knew it was over. Sticky saw my kneecap. He just was straight from Tanzania. Took my kneecap and just was holding it. I was like, "How could you even touch that?" He didn't care. He was like holding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to Todd too because Todd helped with the rehab. But anyways, the thing was like, I had no identity anymore. My stuff was done. I knew what it felt like to almost be done when it first happened the first time. But I just was like, dang, it's over, bro. What now? What now? And I just cried in the ambulance, like, are you in pain? What's going on? What something hurting you?
My heart.
Yeah, it was just like that though, too.
My heart is hurting.
Like I was like crying, bro. I called my cousin, Chris, and I was just telling him, like, man, I'm done. Like, I think I left him a voice note on WhatsApp crying, but he didn't hear the cries. But I was just telling him, like, it's over. And it was just over. It was done. No
Dang.
more. I identified as a basketball player my whole life up until that moment. And now I was like, what? What now?
This is what we all go through, man. I went through it too. I had a whole episode about this.
Yeah.
But it's tough, man. And even when people tell me those stories, it's even tough to hear because it's like we are told to just lock in, have this tunnel vision, have this uber focus on just being the greatest basketball player we can be. And then when it's over, you're like, oh crap.
Over.
I should have had some internships. Like,
exactly.
like,
100.
Like,
what can I do?
Like, what do I know how to do? Like, I don't know. But Phil, you are at this point you're well traveled. All right. How many countries have you been to so far? Weren't you trying to break the Guinness World Book of Record or something like that?
Yeah, but then my bank account was like, you ain't breaking nothing but your bank. You gonna be broke. You trying to break a record. So now I'm at 73 countries, man, and I got 120 left.
73 countries. Oh
Right.
my Lord.
73.
Did
Bring it,
when did you find your stride after
man.
the career was over?
So being in Europe and my family's everybody not having passports, I would always like Snapchat them where I'm going. Hey, look.
Yeah.
And they used to be like, "Oh, you try." Oh, first rewind. Going to practice, people would go to like London or Germany for the weekend or for a holiday, and I'm like, "What? You just going to learn? How
Yeah.
far is learn?
Yeah.
London and Germany?"
Yeah.
They're like, "It's $30, 30 euros or whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be super cheap." So then I got into that, like going super cheap somewhere for a weekend, and then I'll Snapchat it and show my family, and they just be like, "Dang, okay, we live in I remember my cousin from St. Louis. Keep on doing that. I'm living vicariously through you."
Mm.
And that was just like, oh, okay. So I did like a format. And I would remember seeing like travel shows. And I've been doing the same thing for like 2 years, showing my whole family Europe. So I was like, I could do that. That's easy. So I would do it. I had a little big following on Snapchat. And then Kevin, who was on the show,
Yeah.
sent me this thing and it said, become a Snapchat traveler. This airline company was like, be our Snapchat traveler. Go to all our different destinations for the summer. And he said, Kevin sent me this thing. It was like, you should apply. I seen it. I was like, oh, this is dope. Then after Kevin sent me, a whole bunch of other people were sending it to me. So I applied. And to make a long story short, I won. So I was a Snapchat traveler. You had to tell in 60 seconds on why you should be their Snapchat traveler. I won. So that like pushed me forward with the travel game. So that summer coming up, I had to go to like 6 new countries for free. I ain't never been to these countries, but using an Icelandic airline, this was called Wild Air, I can go to these different countries. And so that put me in the game. Like that gave me something to do, like to get my mind off basketball. And it just gave me something to do. It just put the travel bug in me. I was already like love new cultures and stuff like that. Always had a thing for cultures. I used to close my eyes and spin the globe and be like, boom, point it, like, oh, that's where I'm going. So I always wanted to travel when I was little.
What city is fit for a king? Where can a king find a beautiful woman?
Queens. Queen. That's what I used to do for real. Like, boom. And what's crazy is that I used to do that, and it came full. How you say full tuition?
Full circle.
Yeah. Okay. It came full circle because I remember like putting it on China, and all the time I'd be like China. I'd be like, man, will I ever go to China? I end up living in China, bro. So I'm just saying how it's just full circle. How I used to speak it into existence. Like, whoosh, boom, I'm going here. Whoosh, boom, I'm going here. I've been to 73, dude. I've been to Antarctica. A kid from Milwaukee been to Antarctica, and it all came from me speaking into existence. Remember, I be writing my goals down. I used to speak all this when I was little. Close my eyes, spin the goal, boom, I'm going here. And I've been to Antarctica.
What's on your vision board now?
Travel show. I want a travel show. And I know that's like, what? Where that's coming from? But when I started doing social media, I got offered to do other things with travel. Like my whole audience was travel. That's how I got into the game. And then from there, if you go on American Airlines right now, my first travel show that I got offered that I ever did, my first travel show that I've ever did, if you go on American Airlines right now, you just type in that name, you'll see my first travel show. They got like
So
snippets.
crazy.
Yeah, it's in-flight program, you'll see it, which is dope. So to have a travel show on a major network, that's on my vision board right now. Cause I know I can do it. And I feel like I'm practicing all the time with social media, doing all hosting and stuff. Like I stopped doing social media and I only did hosting for the last 2 years. And like that's where I see the path going.
You know what's crazy, bro? The first time that I saw your YouTube show, I was like, I freaking knew it. From the first day that I met you, I saw how you captivated a room. You were positive, and then you were always on point. You know, like you weren't out going crazy. You weren't out being drunk and all this type of stuff. And when you tell me about your folks, it makes sense. Why even though everybody out partying, yeah, you were always like, nah, I'm cool.
Right,
You were always one of the ones who would like be able to read the room and just kind of you had restraint, you had discipline,
right.
even in the midst of a bunch of shenanigans. You know what I mean?
It took a while, but
Yeah,
I
but
saw it.
but once you got to that space, I saw that you were reserved in that way. And then when I saw you on YouTube, I was just like, man, this is it. Like this is where he's supposed to be.
Right.
This is what he's supposed to be doing because you do a great job of getting your message through clearly, and you do it with great energy. You enunciate, you're real. All of the information that you're passing is real. So when I saw it
Thank
the first time, I was just like, yo, this is what he's supposed to be doing. And for you to say that you want that show, it makes 100% sense
you.
to
Right.
me. It makes the most sense. And hopefully, it'll come your way, bro.
Man,
Because
it's gonna be hard though, because
so many people doing it now.
man, so Barack Obama got a travel show. Will Smith got a travel show. Man, shout out to my homegirl Marty San Diego. She got a travel show, but she's well deserved. I mean, everybody has travel shows. Like that's who I'm competing with,
No,
and it ain't even competition. It ain't
nah,
even
you
competition.
because you got to do you. Like
I know.
you are the product.
Right,
Your story is your story, and it's your story alone. Your delivery, that's all you.
right.
So you're not competing with them. You just need to do it.
I just need to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing to it but to
What
do
show
it.
was that on? Ain't nothing to it. What was that on?
Is that was it? Oh gosh,
It might have been Martin
Martin,
or Will Smith. One of them.
Martin,
It was on Martin. Ain't
Martin.
nothing to it but to do
And
it.
then he walked him out the door.
Oh yeah, he got him up out of there, Miss Jerry. There, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the goal, man. I'm trying to get this travel show. I'm speaking it to its existence, but I'm also coaching. I'm working with the NBA right now, and that's like what I want to do. Like I want to be a coach for the rest of my life. So
Really?
oh
You
yeah,
enjoy that much?
yeah, man. Like I said, you help mold people's lives into something great when you are a coach. I want to coach men, not like I want to coach young men.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I love coaching the little kids, but like when it's all said and done, I want to be able to coach young men because I feel like basketball and life, the lessons you learn with basketball is parallel to life.
100%.
Yeah, and I have experience with that. And so like I know I can help some men. I know what they're going through. I know what you're feeling. I've been able to play for money. I've
Yeah.
been able to play for a scholarship. Like I came from where you come from. I know what it's like, bro. I know what this means to you.
Yeah.
I know what hard work can get you. And I feel like I can help.
I think that's the most important message, even more so than the stuff we actually do on the court.
Right.
I think it's important to get the players to understand that what you're doing in this sport is way bigger than what you're actually doing on the field of play.
Right.
Because the adversities
Right.
that you
Right. Right.
face, if you can manage to find success in adversity in sports, then our brains are now wired to handle adversity under stress.
100. 100.
If your teammate is not accountable for their actions, it's on me to communicate that
Right.
as a part of this team. You know what I mean? So you learn how to communicate. There's accountability.
Right.
There's this how to deal with the adversity, how to process my thoughts under stressful situations. This is sports,
Sports.
but it's also life.
100%, bro.
It's also
100%.
life. Like for you, after you busted your knee up, you could have been back home
Yep.
kicking a bucket right now,
Nope. It was all I
doing
used to say the
nothing.
greatest comeback in the world.
Yeah.
Adversity, bro. So when I damn face the situations, I'm just like, man, I've seen this before. Just like how like I always try to encourage young women to play sports because it gives them so much confidence, bro. Gives them
Hmm.
so much. If you looking on, for example, if you looking on TV, you're a young girl and you're looking on TV and you see Jason Tatum go in and out crossover shot. Then you go on the basketball court and you can do the same thing. You know how much confidence that gives a little girl?
Yeah.
And then to apply it in a game, to know that she couldn't do it at first, but now she can. And then she look on TV and she's seeing all first team all NBA doing it. Man, basketball is the best.
Yeah.
Coaching is the best.
Yeah. Coaching is dope, man.
The reward.
I'm happy I've been able to do it, especially after transitioning
Right.
out of the game myself.
Yeah.
I've been happy to use that as a bridge to go into whatever I'm doing now.
Right.
All right. So, Phil, listen, we talked about your travel show. Now I got to ask you some travel questions.
Yeah.
All right? So, first off,
right.
when you have a travel show, how much of the food do y'all actually eat? Because sometimes that food probably be slapping, and you like, yo, can I just? And they like, nah, you can only take 2 bites.
All right, so for the last 2 years, I've been doing hosting for like different tourism boards. So like if you look, I've done like I think 6 different last year, about 6 different states. If you go on a website, I'm like hosting their tourism board videos.
Yeah,
and so it's always food, right? We always doing food. And I'm always eating all the food. I don't care, boy. But no, I learned you got to save some for the crew. So sometimes it'd be so good, but you got to always save something for the crew. And me being a team player, I save stuff for the crew. But if they don't want none, I'm eating all that, bro. It'd be so good, bro. You got to understand, they showing the world, they want you to eat this delicious delicacy. You going to tear it up. I don't eat everything because the crew, the cameraman, they be working hard. But man, if they don't want none, I'm eating everything. It's so good.
I just watched a video on YouTube. They were like, yeah, we're going to try everything on the menu at, I think it's like Delmonico's or something like that. It's some
in Monaco
or Delmonico or something like that. No, it's in the States.
Oh,
I think it's in New York or something like that. But they were trying like lobster tails and 8 different steaks and all this stuff.
Yeah, and they give it to the crew probably.
Okay, because he was like, yeah, we could. The rule to the show is we can only take 1 bite of each, and I'm like, okay. But but as soon as I hit dip that lobster in that butter sauce, I've been like,
yeah, man. I mean, it's so good. That's the best part when you eating people food that they prepared for you, and they do it their best. It'd be so good, bro. That's why I gained like so much. Be eating, bro. I just I did a thing with the Illinois Tourism Board, and I've been eating everything.
Yeah, Chicago. I've been hearing people go crazy about Chicago. They say Chicago is amazing.
The food, the weather in the summertime is right on the lakefront, the beach. Yo, I'm willing to. Summertime shot. You heard that? Kanye say that.
Yeah.
One of the best cities in the world. Summertime. Winter ain't no joke though. Winter, no joke.
So what's all right? So you've been a lot of places. Can you say the worst food you've had?
Yeah. The worst. Okay. So it depends. Preparation wise, it'd be nasty, or like how it's prepared a certain way is just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, right. So it's not nasty. It's just not something
how I like it. Yeah, because you got to be careful. You will offend someone in a minute talking about their food. So when somebody ate your grandmama chicken or whoever your best cook is, and that's culturally, that's what you love. I come home to eat this. This is what I grew up on.
Yeah.
And they eat it. And they be like, ugh, you gonna be offended. Like, man, get out of here, bro. Give me that then. You don't want to, I'll take it.
Hey, I had a girl who was I was dating a long time ago, right?
Long time ago.
Brought her home, and my grandma makes boiled peanuts. You know, that's the thing down south.
Yeah, she put it in Pepsi.
Bro, no, not Pepsi. But man, she ate some of the boiled peanuts, man. I was like,
you get mad, right?
I was like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
You about to get not the metaphorical acts.
Yeah,
you about to get cut.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Off. Right? Yeah, not calling you back. You don't talk about my grandma boiled peanuts. You crazy?
That is you.
Yeah.
So imagine that doing that to a country and be like, you eat this Chinese dish that everybody love and they smile and then you eat it like, oh, you offend everybody.
Hey, what's your face when you take that bite in front of like everybody and you know it's like,
I ain't telling y'all because y'all gonna know. Hey, just know if I start making a whole bunch of noise, just know I'm trying to deflect. Like, that's how I be, bro. It's so different, bro. It's different. And, like, I remember one time this girl put it to me, like, she hit me in the inbox, like, hey, listen, it's cool that you don't like that food, but that is what I grew up on. And seeing you throw it in the trash like that and make fun of it is triggering. because I got made fun of my whole life for eating my lunch at school. I felt so bad, bro. I was like, dang. She's like, it's triggering. And I could just only imagine that was probably triggering to a lot of people. And then I be seeing in comments, black people, they'll tell you how it is. They'll do something and it'll go viral. And then that country just eat them up. Like on my page,
Yeah.
I got a video that went viral of me eating some Indian food. And my actions was like, it was nasty. But it wasn't nasty. It just was the preparation. This man took his hand and dipped it
I
in
remember that
water
one.
and gave it to me like the juice. And I'm just like having to eat this.
You're not gonna dry your hands first,
Yeah.
player?
No, I said I'm just gonna eat hand juice, brother. And
juice.
everybody looking at me to eat it because that's how they do it. That's their culture. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like, he's like, want another one? I'm like, only one. Only one. Couldn't do it. So you gotta be respectful, big time.
Yeah.
So some of the food that I didn't like that was prepared is China's a different beast, bro.
Because they will cook up everything, right?
They would cook it up. I ate a sea urchin one time. I wasn't feeling it.
They ain't season it up right. They ain't put that Old Bay on there.
It had some gravy on there, but the texture
But it's sea urchin
of
gravy.
a sea urchin but I had to be like slimy at selling termites. That was horrible.
You ate termites.
Live termites. Yeah, I was in Belize. You stick your hand in the termite thing, they come on your hand, and you have to.
Oh my God, bro!
I forgot.
Could you feel them
like
crawling
carrots,
in your
bro.
mouth?
Nah, I would go for one at a time, like.
Tastes like carrots.
And then one time, one was going on my face.
Oh,
that missed, and I was like, oh, and then I'd be scared, so I scream real loud, like, oh shit, and they're like, what? I'm like, oh, nothing. But you stick your finger or a stick in there, bring it out. But that's how people who they love ate.
Yeah, and you have to embrace it. Yeah,
you gotta embrace it, and I respect it because I'm all for culture.
Have you ever had one of those things that you ate and it sent you straight to the toilet?
Oh yeah, India. I lived in India for a long time, so a lot of stuff used to send me straight to the toilet. Woo, boy, I tell you, I had some chai in this one town. I drank it, heard a bubble and double
instantly.
Man, I probably like 1 minute later I was using the bathroom.
That's crazy.
I was sending and bending.
Dang.
Look, it's paused. Oh, it was not no more.
So this one might get you in trouble. Which country has the most beautiful women?
Oh, Ghana.
All right.
Or Ghana and the countries that I've been to, Ghana and Morocco and Mexico.
And you currently living in Mexico.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in Mexico. Mexico got some fine girls. Hola, señorita. But Ghana got them, man. They got them. They all shapes, sizes, all different colors, man.
How long were you in Ghana?
Like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had ample time to.
Good. I was looking.
Look.
And they make you feel like at home when you go there. Because, we from West Africa. I'm walking down the street. She was like, welcome home, brother. I said, huh? Yeah. I was happy in the mud, bro. That felt so good, bro. I think they be knowing what they doing, bro.
Hello.
She was like, welcome home. I'm thinking like back to Africa. Welcome home, brother. I was like, yeah, I'm home. Huh?
That's dope.
Yeah, it was super dope. They inviting me.
Country with the ugliest women. I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you.
I know.
Antarctica. Antarctica got the ugliest girls there ever. Antarctica. If you a girl from Antarctica, you ugly.
Oh my God. You like Charles Barkley with the women from San Antonio. Like
there is no girls in Antarctica. It's the only it's not even a country. It's the only continent that don't have people there.
Oh, okay.
So I played it safe. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like penguins and stuff.
Penguins and whales and seals.
Okay.
Sea leopards.
And were no bad whales out there? No baddies?
But I seen a seal with a big booty. Like she was thick.
You got hey man, you got to get in where you fit in,
hey,
player.
Listen.
All right. There's no women out here.
That's not me.
No. But yeah, man. So we getting towards the end of the show, my brother.
That's what's up.
Phil, I usually ask this question a lot. And I mean we can sit here and talk for hours, but you know, I don't want to hold you all day because you got stuff to do. Um, Usually when people come on the show, I ask them this question. It's something that's important to me, and that topic is about manifestation.
Okay.
So I like people to come on the show and manifest so that when they do accomplish those goals that they set out to accomplish, they can always come back to the show and use this as a reference to say,
Boom.
listen, I told y'all jokers I was gonna get my show syndicated. I was gonna have millions and millions of views.
Bam.
I told y'all I was gonna do it. So if you could, what would be the perfect scenario for you, Philwaukee,
Bet.
Calvert?
The perfect scenario.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna manifest. I'm just gonna put it out there that I will have a travel show.
Yep.
All right, on a major network, a big network. I'm manifesting that.
Yeah.
So people can see how I feel the culture with the foundation of positivity and culture.
Yeah. Show that positivity to that camera.
The positivity. You gonna feel it. Positivity. That's my tool that I use around the world. And every country I ever go to, people be like, oh yeah, I love it. I love it. So that's my manifesting that along with me being happy in the career that I choose, and that's coaching. Cause I'm gonna coach until I can't walk no more eventually.
There you go.
Straight up. Manifestation. Positive. What's this? We throwing it out there?
Yeah. That's how you put that thing in the atmosphere. Or you can shoot a jump. You can shoot a jumper.
Oh shit. Boom.
Curry style.
Boom. Make it. Sleep. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
But nah, man. So yeah, Phil. Listen, you said it. It's done.
It's done.
Just a matter of time. That's it.
The power.
And in between where we are now and when it hits, you just gotta, you know, make sure you take care of the details on the way. Keep networking, keep building, keep creating.
That's what it's about.
Bro, you know some of the before we wrap up, some of the most beautiful content you drop, and you drop a lot. The most beautiful content that you put out is the content with you and your family. You know, so your niece, your sister, right? You got sisters,
Yeah, sisters,
grandma,
mom.
Mom,
I don't put the mom. Mom's like, don't have me on camera.
Yeah, your pops,
Yeah,
your grandma, man.
yeah.
It was just beautiful content, man. And that's, like I said, that's how I know you were meant for it, man. Because you're telling the story of love with your family, and a lot of people don't want to do that, but I think it's necessary for people to see that side of you, for you to let them know, like, listen, I got a whole community behind me.
Right.
So when you let me in this door, please believe I got a whole crew of people who are willing to ride for me and who's going to support me no matter what. You know what I mean? So it was dope that you put that out there. And I like to say, out of all of the like really amazing stuff you do, that's the stuff that resonates with me the most, man. Seeing you interacting with your folks, man.
Thanks, man.
For sure.
Maybe I'll do more then.
Come on, man. You got to, bro.
I be feeling bad about putting them on, but hey, look, they the most interesting. My family is a family, friends, everything. If I put my neighborhood on, bro, I'll blow up, bro. But hey, some things you can't put on.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate it though. Thank you for having me, man. I love what you're doing here. I'll be watching it, happy, listening. I'll be commenting in my head. So it's a pleasure to be on the show finally.
Nah, man, I'm happy I could catch you. I know, like I said, you elusive, man. You always on the go. You know what I mean? So
you got to keep them guessing.
Yeah, so I had to catch you on the fly, man. But no, Phil, thank you for coming through. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We about to wrap it up. All right. So before we get off before we get out of the platform, Phil, get the people your socials.
Philwaukee. My name is Philip. Phil for short. Milwaukee's where I'm from. Philwaukee. PHILWAUKEE. Or Phil, PHIL. Feel the Culture on any platform. Philwaukee or Feel the Culture. You find me. Thank you if you're watching. Thank you if you already supporting. I appreciate it.
In my projects.
My projects, Dick. In my projects. That's a Milwaukee song. I bet you nobody ever heard of it.
See, I gave my album cut.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, go follow Phil. If you haven't watched some of his content, if you haven't seen his stuff on YouTube, please go and watch it because it's still fresh, it's still vibrant,
Right.
and it's still amazing stuff.
Right. And and if you watch NBC, I got a episode on First Look on NBC, the travel show right after Saturday Night Live. Me. Check it out.
Life flex.
Life flex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
it's on the up and up.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we give it up when we get out of the show. It costs nothing to be good to someone. Be good to someone today. Hey, give him, yeah.
And remember, today's a good day to have a good day. Positivity is the goal.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. That's the goal right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, positivity. Hey, if you're not positive today, if you're not waking up positive, look at Phil's stuff and you'll possess that instantly.
Yeah, and if you can't be positive, be double negative. Oh, you don't get that, do you?
Boom. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rob Fields.
And I'm Philwaukee.
And we out of here.
Deuces.
Peace.
Deuces. Whoa.